several months, I began getting emails from his mother indicating progressive improvement. And finally, after 9 months, she sent us this video. And as you see, the tremor has virtually disappeared. So it's pretty clear, isn't it?
Wow.
That gluten sensitivity can cause a variety of neurological problems. You've probably heard so much about the effect of gluten sensitivity on the gut, but now you've seen the direct and toxic effects on the brain, not only brain health, but how the brain functions. Now,
this is what the special is on the brain, how it functions.
These days, going gluten-free is a lot easier. I mean, Jeremy did it. He was 4 years old.
I believe he began off speaking on
I'm going to give
sugar.
the solution. Specific things you can do
and how
what you should eat to protect your brain.
The low-fat diet that they was running in the 90s was actually really bad, and how fat is really important to the brain.
Hello again. I'm Jessica Hansen, York. You know, eating a gluten-free diet can be a lot easier than you think. And
yes, Rastafari Shalom.
A dramatic difference
the morning,
and body work.
The first day after the Shabbat,
from our guest, Dr. David,
and I had a beautiful talking last night on the Discipleship Radio. If you wasn't tuned in, go to the YouTube page. I'm sure and our brother Wyndham Aaron will have that done shortly. Or go to the Discipleship blog site. You can download it, listen in if you wasn't present. Yeah, this man's speaking on the effects on the brain in the Western diet. He's speaking on gluten-free. He touched on a very important thing before I didn't really have the chance to get the phone out to record it quickly. But he's speaking on how the low-fat diet that America was pushing in the 90s, how they say it was really good, was actually really harmful on the other side of it, as far as damaging the brain, because your brain is 60–70% fat. So, you know, he made a great joke is when somebody call you a fathead, that yeah, you really are. 60–70% of your brain is fat. And how the low-carb diet is really, really great.
For so long we've been told that, well, there's a heart-smart diet, we're supposed to eat this or that, it's good for the heart, and women should involve themselves in weight-bearing exercise and eat a calcium-rich diet because it's good for bones. Now the brain becomes the real central focus of our lifestyle choices, that our food choices are so very empowering in terms of building a brain that's more functional, that's resistant to diseases, resistant to the dreaded Alzheimer's disease. So, you know, that's the reason I wrote the book Grain Brain, and why we put so much of this information in the DVDs that we're offering as part of this package. It's all about making it simple. What are the right choices that you can adopt to really stave off these devastating situations and preserve your brain function? It's absolutely something that everyone can do. You know, there's a phone number on the bottom of your screen. That's the number that you need to call to get this information and to begin your empowerment program today.
And how easy is it to replace some of these foods in your diet? How tough is it to kind of make that change and look at your shopping list differently and what you're preparing for dinner every night?
Food matters a great deal. And I think step one is to understand.
I've always taken a particular interest in the food.
For your, in terms of food for your brain. When you make that step, it becomes easier.
I was a culinary art student at the Art Institute of Charleston. It didn't really work out. I is in some pretty big student debt right now.
And it's the most fundamental thing
but
you can do for
we're working through that,
You've got to eat lower on the scale of what we call the glycemic index. And we're actually including the glycemic index as part of the package to allow you to
But
go
I
to
think
the
this
store
would be very
and
good
figure
to
out,
have,
do you want to buy that food and therefore eat that
I wouldn't
food
say
or
go
not?
out and buy his
Foods
product.
lower on the
If you would, you
glycemic
should
index
support him
scale
in his work.
are absolutely the
But
brain's
looking
power.
at the
And those are
glycemic
the food
index,
choices that
I'm
you
not
should
going
make.
to do that.
And that really is just the perfect size, that little book.
Probably
tuck
talk
in
to
your
the
purse
Wyndham
and bring it
about
to the
this.
grocery store with you, along with your shopping list,
his
and
input
really
on it.
reference what you're putting into your cart to take home and prepare.
The other thing people can take with them, and I find it's very helpful, is we've created a very empowering list of blood tests. But these are not expensive tests. These are things that your doctor may already be checking, things like your fasting blood sugar, your vitamin D level. But what we're now allowing people to understand is giving them this information that these blood tests that any doctor can do have a powerful implication in terms of brain health. And beyond that, how do you fix these laboratory tests? That's why
Brain.
It's really the information that we're going to supply
Don't
today.
sound that bad.
Well, and I just want to point out, too, that I know that you have that list of 8 lab tests along with 7 supplements on a really nice double-sided card that comes as part of that master package. Again, easy to tuck in your pocket, tuck into your purse, and bring with you when you go to the doctor.
Well, you say this is what you might take to the health food store, for example, when you want to buy your nutritional supplements. And I've always been very tickled by
I don't watch much TV, but if I do cut it on, it'd be,
there's a place where you go to buy
TV,
foods that are good for your health.
educational
And what does that say
television,
for what you might get at your grocery store? And maybe that's a little bit of
you learn some
I
very
guess it
good
is,
things.
But that said, there are some very powerful nutritional supplements, including things that we're very familiar with, like vitamin D. We've given you the dosages. We've made it very simple. A few other nutritional
You'll probably
supplements
wake up in the
maybe people
morning,
are not as familiar with, things like
say a
turmeric,
prayer,
which is
read
actually
the
a
daily
spice,
song,
resveratrol, something called lipoic acid. How to
Take a
take it,
puff.
when to take it. We've made this really quite simple, quite understandable. It's all on the card.
First day we want
And
to
then
start the
beyond
new
that,
tour portion.
We've given a CD, an audio CD that you could listen to in the
till
car
you come
or at
back
home.
with this.
That then gives you a little
Let's
bit
see
more
what the new
in-depth
tour portion is this week.
why this is so important for you.
Now, Dr. Perlmutter, this master package you've put together
see this
is,
here.
I think, so helpful. Packed with tools and information that can really help people.
Get yourself one of these if you haven't.
I want to make sure our viewers understand the breadth of materials in this package. And I know that the real great starting point here is your New York Times bestseller, the book Grain Brain. There's a lot of wonderful
Joe
information in this book
Rastafari.
about foods that you can eat to stay on this program. But can you talk us through some of the other tools in the package?
Well, beyond, of course, this program, in the program DVD that viewers are going to get are the questions and answers that were posed to me following the recording of the program, which were really very
Metaphysical Bible.
insightful. And it's really the
And I don't have a hard
that
copy,
you
but
will
go and download yourself
about
one.
food choices, about things like genes,
Great reference
cholesterol,
point.
good for your brain, and eating more dietary fat. And beyond that, how do you shop? You learn about that in the glycemic index. You carry that with you to the store. You buy those foods that are lower on the glycemic index scale. What supplements
Tour
should you take?
portion.
You're going to have a card that'll tell you exactly what supplements